All right. I really did my hair up for this. I was reading James Duthie's biography, and I guess I was in bedhead. So that's what I have. I've brought my A game tonight, guys. So we're talking the Great Weight Management Challenge, right? I spoke about this a few days back. Essentially, you're in the same teams. A few of you new guys have partners that you may not be familiar with, so you want to reach out to that person on Messenger. So why maintenance, right? Yes. Oh, I'm very confused. That's a pair of tits up there. And this fancy chart I'll get into later. So the weight maintenance challenge is essentially holding serve over the holidays, right? Most people gain enough weight over the next 5-6 weeks that it takes them half the year to get it off. So we're going to enjoy the holidays, but not to a point where we pack on 15, 20 pounds, right? That's essentially the goal of this. So what I want you to do with your teammate is set a habit. You're not setting a weight loss goal for this, right? Because it's tough to force weight loss at certain points, as I'll get into on my fancy graph here later. But you want to reach out to your teammate on Messenger, figure out a habit that you can sustainably do each day, right? Whether that's breaking a sweat, making a healthy lunch, something, or setting something that's off limits for yourself as well, right? Something to keep you accountable that's going to hold you to your goals. And then if you miss a day, you've got to do something bad, basically. So I'll show you an example. In one of the last challenges I ran, 2 guys, big coffee lovers, and they both set a target for the week, a habit to follow. And if they didn't reach it, they'd have to pay the other guy his coffee amount for the week, right? Whether that was $10, wire transferred over. So you want something that potentially you could lose if you don't complete this habit Monday through Friday. So we'll figure that out. I'll give you a few more examples in the group, but I want to get to my chart here because this bears repeating, because some people can be in this M stage and they feel like they're failing in this stage when in fact maintenance is great, right? So what does that mean? Well, some of you are in the honeymoon stage, right? You've just started a diet, maybe you're a month or 2 in. The weight just comes off every week without doing anything too perfect. There's more room for error. You're losing a couple pounds week after week. And if you have 50 plus pounds to lose, this honeymoon stage can last 3-4 months before you hit that wall. And that wall is not a brick wall. It's just a slight roadblock that is important to the process. So I call this a marriage stage because the novelty is worn off, this whole dieting thing, right? And now you're not getting the results to back it up. So this is actually very important, though, because you're establishing a new set point with your body weight. And I know some of you may have seen this before in some of my writing, the fact that you need to have these maintenance stages throughout the year. You're establishing a new body weight set point. So your body's not going to fight to push back to where it started if you ride this out long enough. And that could be a month or 2, maybe longer for some, where you're not really moving much on the scale. But that is progress for sure. When you get in trouble is when this M goes back up and you've gained the weight back because you stopped doing the things that got you there. So that's important. And then eventually you'll know you can start honeymoon stage again and start dropping 10, 20. It gets harder as you go and get leaner. Another 10, 20 pounds there, right? You just need to know maintenance part is important to this as well. Okay? So fancy charts aside, I know we got a few people on here. Better than I expected. I didn't make a post or anything on this. So I just wanted to get that out there. Make sure you're reaching out to your teammate. That's a crucial part of this, especially over the holidays. If you want to be part of this challenge, you need to get that teammate on board because you're going to help each other. Because I know we've had some guys really hammering hard and some others not so much. So we want to try to pull everyone along as we get through this, right? So if you're in a maintenance phase, don't sweat it. Just keep doing the right things. Eventually, you're going to get back down. Okay? That's all I had for you tonight. I wanted to make it less than 10 minutes, and I think I did it. Wow. So any questions, post them below afterwards, and I'm going to shoot a link to the team just in case you're not familiar so that we can get some consequences in place plus the habit that we're going to try to achieve each and every week. All right. See you guys in the group.